For a session presented by Mondee, please welcome the Senior Executive for Mondee, Nikhil Raghavan, in conversation with SkiftX Content Director, Alison McCarthy.
Hi, Nikhil. Thanks so much for joining us here today.
Hi, Alison. Thank you for having us here.
So talk to us about Mondee. I want to hear what the company does, what you guys offer, and how Mondee was founded. Just tell us about the company's journey.
Sure. So Mondee was founded by Prasad in 2011. In 2022, Mondee got listed at NASDAQ. Now, Prasad comes from a very humble upbringing in a small town in India called Andhra Pradesh. He studied in India, did his master's, moved to the US, and was primarily involved in building multiple products and successful companies with a core focus on creating solutions for the real customers. So their pain points, their problems were all kind of solved, and his whole focus has always been on a problem-solution approach. Mondee's vision is all about transforming travel, taking the transactional booking approach, moving into a rich, immersive experience. We believe that the experience needs to be able to connect people and culture. So for us at Mondee, we like to make sure that our customers have memorable, immersive experiences.
So knowing that Mondee was founded by Prasad, who grew up in a small village in India, I want to hear about how it fits into India's travel ecosystem.
So Mondee as a global offering, we've built a robust platform that connects over 500 airlines, millions of hotel properties. We have a network that spans across 65,000 plus B2B customers, servicing over 120 million travelers worldwide. We've also built a unique ecosystem that enables us to distribute content worldwide to our customers, our partners, in a very personalized format. Now, from India's perspective, and when we look at India, right? India is one of the fastest growing travel markets in the world. In fact, the infrastructure that holds the travel industry is also taking time to cope up with the speed at which travel is moving. We at Mondee, we want to bring our bouquet of AI-led travel services, travel products, which has been successful globally to India to fulfill India's shifting travel ecosystem.
Yeah, so I want to dig a little bit deeper into AI, how Mondee really integrates it into its offerings, and the role that AI will play in India's travel market. Right now, what are we looking at, and what will it look like 5-10 years from now?
Right. So AI is a terminology and word that's used very fancily by a lot of people. But when you get to the depth of it, you want to be able to understand what's the true essence I can pull out of it. So I'm going to break this down a little bit, right? So let's take India. India as a country has over 1.4 billion people. We can't create products anymore where one size fits all. So what do? Personalization, yes, that's the way to go. India's economy, the disposable income in India is constantly increasing, which means travel is getting more affordable, accessible, and even mainstream. So how do we crack this whole personalization piece, right? So AI has the power to create these travel experiences that makes it more personalized, connected, and proactive. That's the power that AI can bring. So at Mondee, we embraced AI years ago. We recognized it. much before the recent surge. And we believe that AI is set to change the way travel is going to be experienced. We harness AI and mostly towards like transforming this whole booking-led approach to a more experience-led approach. AI, of course, is not all about personalization. This is just one dimension of AI. But you'll find out about what we are doing in time.
And I know that one of the tools that Mondee has developed is an AI-based travel assistant called Abhi, which I just learned means now, right?
Yes.
And the goal here is to help travelers simplify how they plan, book, and share information about their travels. So talk to us about the strategy and development behind Abhi and what it's going to look like 5 years from now. What do you expect for the future?
Sure. So before we get into Abhi, let's just talk a little bit about the problem. We come from a problem-solution approach. So most of the travel tech companies today have not kept up to changing times. Right? We're all very busy running behind customer acquisition. And I'm sure, before me, there are a lot of people who spoke about how customer acquisition is one of the biggest strategies because there's so much of traffic that Google will give you, and how much can I pull, and we're all talking about customer acquisition cost. But what happens to tech? What happens to improving the experience for the customer? That's lost somewhere. There are also a lot of different dimensions to travel. Before we were all staying in hotels, now there's Airbnb. Ritesh is going to come and talk about OYO. And these are all the different dimensions which has made travel more fragmented, more cumbersome, and extremely disorganized. So what is Abhi here for? Right? So Abhi is an AI travel companion. Abhi is focusing on removing all the stress out of travel. So you don't need to coordinate it. Oh, my flight's delayed. What do I do? Do I tell my, the person coming to pick me up? What do I tell the hotel? Will I check in, late? Do I need to tell them? You don't need to do all these things, right? So that's one part of it. The second part of it is Abhi helps travelers plan. Planning is one of a big problem to solve. And we're bringing in rich content, niche rich content, that's going to help solve this problem. Booking in seconds, and most of all, again, taking the stress out of travel. Mm-hmm. And the future of Abhi is, it's an AI solution. It's going to keep evolving. It's going to keep learning behaviors, habits. One of the big things that we are bringing capabilities into Abhi is anticipating needs of customers. And also solving an industry problem in the marketplace, which is being able to seamlessly integrate travel service providers, in terms of, few hours, days into the system, then now it takes months and years to do. So creating a frictionless travel experience is going to be the key focus for Abhi.
Great. So there's all these industry shifts taking place. We have AI's growth. We have the rise of these emerging markets like India and other countries. And then we have a lot of demographic shifts happening as well. So how does this all play into Mondee's business strategy?
So I'll divide this strategy into two parts, right? The first part of it is about embracing industry shifts. So a lot of companies get tied into operations and they don't realize that there are certain shifts that are happening. Recognizing it earlier on is one of the core functions of Mondee. We have labs and we have people who are designed only to figure out what's happening, and that's one of the reasons why we've invested so much in AI so many years ago. We also have people monitoring markets, so we know that like for example, India's evolving market, we want to kind of align our products and be able to launch them in these evolving markets, and that's what we're here to do. We are a data-driven organization. Most of our decisions are taken through purely based on data, and that's how we have this lab and people in it doing this. And we also, of course, use AI now primarily for product development and crafting experiences for customers. The second part of the strategy is the collaboration and acquisition program. So we've created a vision, a value system within Mondee by purely collaborating with entrepreneurs and talent, global talent. We have made several acquisitions in the travel, tech, and AI space, purely focused towards solving industry problems, both from the customer and the supply side of the business. Our recent acquisition is Purple Grids. It's an AI company based out of the Bay Area. And this is a testament of our commitment to improve and enhance our capabilities, not only in other areas, but primarily in AI, because that's going to be the heart of our system. Now building a dynamic marketplace, which is the other side, content is king. We can talk as much as we want about AI and everything, but if you don't have the right content, you won't be able to survive. So building a dynamic marketplace requires large number of partnerships, collaborations. So what we're doing now is we're building a mutual beneficial ecosystem where all partners that we've already onboarded and the ones that are coming on board will be able to unlock value from day one on the platform. And that's what we're building. We're building an industry-wide system that supports both the customer side as well as the supply side.
So we have less than a minute left, but yeah, just to quickly wrap up, what advice would you give to attendees here who want to establish a presence in India's travel market?
So to sum up, we discussed about India being one of the fastest growing travel markets in the world. Typical Indian consumer, most of us are extremely price sensitive. That's one of the reasons why cost of acquisition is so high. But we're also very tech savvy. And we're okay to pay if we are ready and keen, looking out for unique experiences, differentiated experiences. So now how do we manage these customers? How do we keep them interested, active, glued onto the platform? So companies have to be able to deliver more than just a booking experience. All this time we're all getting away by just building this booking experience and spending a lot of money in discounting prices in order to acquire customers. It can't continue. Someone has to make money within the ecosystem, and we have to do something different to do it. We at Mondee have spent several years in research and development. We've also spent millions of dollars in building products specifically and platforms specifically to build this product that we all believe is soon going to become a household name for travel in India and beyond. So we seek collaboration from travel players all over globally, whether you're a tech service provider, you're an entrepreneur, tech entrepreneur, you are a distribution intermediary, you're a content service partner, come join us in creating this new travel world. Happy to connect personally at the conference or via our website, mondee.com, or through the Skift conference app.
Great. I love that focus on collaboration. Nikhil, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Alison. Thank you for having me here.